This is what your Quest home will look like starting in 2024. What's up? It's Are VR. Meta Connect 2023 covered quite a few things about the Quest 3 and its mixed reality capabilities. One thing that really caught my attention was this part.
From the very moment you put on your Quest 3, because the first thing you see is the world around you.
As well as the default home environment to be in Passthrough.
This confirms what we suspected in this video, saying that the color Passthrough will most likely be the default home environment for the Quest 3. If you didn't watch that video, I suggest you do first, but there were basically hints that this was gonna happen. What I didn't realize though when I posted that about 2 weeks ago was that I had actually missed one really big clue. And that was the disappearance of Oculus homes for PCVR. A lot of my subscribers are standalone users like myself, so real quick if you're not familiar. PCVR had something called the Oculus Home. So this was not like the home environment we got used to in the Quest, where it's basically just a glorified wallpaper where you can't really do anything. In Oculus homes, they could basically design their own spaces by importing their own meshes and textures, and having 3D artifacts to display like trophies from games they play. So this was a really cool feature that they had since 2017. But in May 2023, Meta randomly killed it. Literally people logged in one day and it was just all gone. It was kind of unclear why Meta did that suddenly, but it all started to make sense at Meta Connect 2023. Not only are they making the Passthrough the default home setting, they are basically turning your actual home into the Quest home using things called augments, which are objects and widgets that are digitally added to your physical space.
Persistent, spatially anchored digital objects that you can interact with. So, you can put a frame on your wall.
You can keep Beat Saber trophies on your shelf. Place life-size artifacts from games like Population 1 or Asgard's Wrath in your living room.
By introducing augments, Meta is letting you customize your physical space using digital objects, and essentially making your actual home your Quest home. So instead of launching the menu to open an app, I could just go to a portal that I hung on my wall and launch right into the app. This would be the case for Meta Quest 3 and potentially any headset that comes after that. But don't get excited just yet. Meta says that augments are coming next year, so that tells us three things. The Quest 3 will not have this feature when it ships out in 2 weeks, so do not pre-order the Quest 3 based solely on augments. Since Meta gave a very vague next year release date for augments, this could mean that this is still very early in development, because next year could literally mean December 31st, 2024. I doubt that is the case here, but technically it could, and at that point the next shiny headset may already be coming out. I mean, Meta did the same thing with Avatar Legs. In October 2022, they said that Legs were coming next year, which ended up being September 2023, so literally a year later. The same could be true for augments, but with Meta's competition with Apple heating up, I wouldn't be surprised if they release this feature much earlier in the year. And lastly, it looks like Meta and Apple really have this mixed reality Cold War going on, where they are promising enticing features to people but keeping their release dates vague because they are still in development. One thing we know for sure is that developers working for either company are probably so overworked right now, so if you know one, make sure to buy them some coffee. As always, we will just have to wait until we get more info, but in the meantime, I'd suggest starting to look around your home and deciding where you're going to be displaying those Beat Saber trophies. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoy this, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any videos.